Deep in Transylvania, Romania, there's a mysterious place called Hoia Baciu Forest. Locals call it the Bermuda Triangle of Romania. Some even say it's the most haunted forest in the world. The trees are twisted and gnarled, reaching for the sky like spooky fingers. Everything is strangely quiet, except for the sound of leaves rustling in the wind. The air feels heavy, like something unseen is present. This is Hoia Baciu, a place where shadows seem to move on their own and the trees themselves seem to whisper secrets. For hundreds of years, people have been telling stories about strange things happening in this forest. People going missing, weird lights appearing between the trees, and time feeling distorted. Many people who go into the forest feel a sense of dread, like someone or something is watching them. Is Hoia Baciu really haunted, or are people just letting their imaginations run wild? It's hard to say for sure, but the stories continue to draw in people who are brave enough to face the unknown. Hoia Baciu's history is as tangled and mysterious as the trees themselves. People have lived in this area since ancient times, and the land is full of stories about old rituals and lost civilizations. One legend talks about a shepherd named Baciu, who disappeared in the forest with all 200 of his sheep. The forest is named after him, a reminder of the mysteries it holds. Another spooky story tells of a young girl who wandered into the forest and disappeared. Years later, she reappeared at the edge of the forest, completely unharmed. The strangest part? She hadn't aged a day, and she couldn't remember anything about her time in the forest. It was like time had stopped for her. These stories, passed down from generation to generation, have made Hoia Baciu famous as a place where the line between our world and the spirit world is thin. They serve as a warning to anyone who dares to enter, a reminder that some things can't be explained. Today, Hoia Baciu attracts paranormal investigators and people who love a good scare from all over the world. They all come hoping to experience something unexplainable. And the forest doesn't disappoint. Visitors tell stories about all sorts of eerie experiences. Some feel incredibly anxious, like unseen eyes are watching their every move. Others experience physical symptoms like sudden chills, nausea, and even unexplained scratches and burns. Then there are the strange things people see. Mysterious balls of light floating among the trees, captured in photos and videos. Strange mists appear out of nowhere, making it hard to see where you're going. Some people even claim to have seen ghostly figures that vanish into thin air. And the sounds, disembodied voices whispering through the trees, inhuman screams echoing in the silence, and the sound of phantom horses galloping through the undergrowth. One of the most convincing pieces of evidence came in 1968. A military technician named Emil Barnea took a photo of a disc-shaped object hovering above the forest. Could this be proof that aliens are drawn to the forest's strange energy? Section 4. Science and the Supernatural Seeking Explanations. Some people, called skeptics, try to find scientific explanations for the strange things that happen in Hoia Baciu. They point out that the forest sits on a spot with unusual magnetic fields, which could mess with people's brains and cause hallucinations. Methane gas rising from the ground could also be a factor, making people feel disoriented and uneasy. And then there's the power of suggestion. With so many stories about paranormal activity, it's no wonder that people interpret normal things as something spooky. While science can explain some things, there are still many unanswered questions. The sheer number and variety of paranormal reports from Hoia Baciu are hard to ignore. Is it possible that this forest is a doorway to another dimension, a place where the laws of nature don't apply? Section 5. A place of mystery and intrigue. Whether you believe in ghosts, UFOs, or just the power of the unknown, there's no denying that Hoia Baciu Forest is a mysterious and fascinating place. It's a place where it's hard to tell the difference between reality and the supernatural, leaving visitors to question what's real and what's not. So, if you're ever looking for an adventure and want to explore the unknown, consider a trip to Transylvania. Venture into the heart of Hoia Baciu Forest if you dare. But be warned, you may not come back the same. This forest has a way of getting under your skin, of making you question everything you thought you knew. Is Hoia Baciu truly haunted? The answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind, whispering through the leaves of the most haunted forest in the world.